Hello everybody, this is Ahmed Bilal and that's Silly Socks team, Islam Talha and Mazen Ahmed. Every day we hear negative news about the corona crisis and the economy slowly collapse and stock numbers decrease day by day. People fare pouring and felt quite disappointed. But just 1 minute. Corona crisis has also a positive side. People become close to each other, talking with friends, discover themselves. They no stress as before, more time for families, more time for friends, less time for businesses, less time for random shopping. During these circumstances, it is the perfect time to check our game, to socialize, to have fun, to make a new friends. Let's pass the mic to Mazen to tell us what the city socks and how we develop our game.
So in the beginning, we started to list out some ideas and some basic design principles that would help us narrow down our brainstorming sessions and the iterative process of prototyping. So one of the very fundamental principles we wanted to make sure is the game is simple to play and a time passer for people who actually practice social distancing. So of course, in today's current global pandemic, people are staying at home much longer times than ever. And people, beside their work, spend a lot of time feeling bored or some kind of disconnected from the outer world. So we want to make sure that people stay in touch through a game that's actually relatable to them and they can play together and get in touch with their members and friends. The second thing is the game is played via mobile phones, since mobile phones are very accessible to all ages, including elder people and much younger generations. Also, one of the main goals of the game, and this is apparently would be the very unique feature of the game, is the game is very relatable for people because the game uses elements that are present in every home, which is soxes, of course. One of the aspects of the game that the game can be turned into an analog game, not just the digital game, and encourage people to gamify their daily house chores, more specifically, making the laundry, which of course is very boring for most people. Since soxes are colorful and have different shapes and sizes, well, we thought about making a memory game where people would play the game by flipping soxes upside down, covering them with some kind of black material, and trying to figure out which pair will go with which pair. The game was very successful as an analog game, but the game was very short-lived and was kind of boring and very, very short. Also, it was very easy, and we didn't have all the variations of soxes to make it more interesting and more competitive and more challenging. So we didn't think this would be very suitable for a game to be in a digital mode. The second type of game or prototype was the puzzle game. We wanted to treat soxes as pieces of Tetris, and this was the main inspiration, that we sort out Tetris pieces that would go and fit together to make a rectangle by placing two pairs of soxes identical to each other in an L shape opposite to each other, making a rectangle. But of course, we lacked the different combinations and variations that Tetris actually have. The final product was about actually picking, matching, and sorting. And the game plays out as follows. So the player plays on a mobile phone. The screen is separated into three sections. The very upper section is the laundry line, where he has soxes randomly spawning in front of him, and the player have to pick two pairs of identical soxes on a platform, which is placed at the midsection of the screen, where he taps the two pairs of soxes. They get folded, and he actually has to put them in the right location where to store it. The first player that does this against time wins with the maximum soxes correctly picked, matched, and stored. And now with Ahmed, he will be talking to us about the game design from an art point of view.
So, let's talk about art. In the beginning, I collect some references and create my own mood board and like references. It doesn't matter if it's 2D or 3D, but like lovely colors, lovely light, and also some understanding a little bit of proportion for those stuff. And also, I pick up some patterns to have a simple idea what exactly I'm gonna do in that project. Then I try to do some simple researches about what the people like and how the success shape our characteristic or how the success reflect our personality. I try to draw some sketches to understand what exactly the perspective, well, it's top down view or it's normal perspective, if it's a puzzle, how we're gonna draw the structure. Finally, I summarize to select this perspective and this camera and be super clear and make it so simple, because our target audience is not a gamer, so he's prefer to see everything clear and fine and decent. Starting modeling and adding texturing and make a simple iteration for that thing. Then I make us design some simple patterns, which is dotted or curl or stripes and solid. Only four things right now, because we didn't like to distribute the character, the player right now. Maybe later on we're gonna play around and maybe add more pattern. We pick up one mockup which is nice, and we found it fitable for our game. It's like play and like it's simple colors, pastel, everything is simple and clear, and it's really a pixel font which is clear. And now Islam gonna talk about the technology.
Hello everyone, my name is Islam. I am a Unity game developer and I will walk you through the technical details about Silly Socks. We kept in mind nowadays social distancing is important, so we choose to make an online multiplayer game. And according to broadband search, there is a big growth in online gaming industry, as you see in the slide. And for more details, please visit this link in the slide. Our target platform is tablets, mobiles, and smart TVs, and we will try to release first on Android. As I mentioned in the previous slide, that we used GameSparks as a backend. So what is GameSparks? GameSparks is a cloud service which offers almost everything you might need for your game when it comes to backend solution. Among its many features are user authentication, customizable matchmaking, turn-based or a real-time multiplayer, server authoritative cloud code, player data and game data storage, leaderboard and achievements, economy and analytics. For more details about GameSparks, please visit gamesparks.com. You will see a sample demo describing the game flow. First, the user can authenticate, then can enter matchmaking, and finally the game scene. In our project, we integrated with GameSparks and implemented so far user authentication and matchmaking and the real-time multiplayer game. The player will share the same generation of socks. This means the same sequence of socks will appear to all players, and the winner will be the highest score based on how many socks the player collected. There is some tools we use to develop our game, like Bitbucket for source control, Unity and C# for developing the game, GameSparks platform for backend. We expect to reach a beta stage at the end of this project. We have 3 weeks left. At the first week, we will try to finish the gameplay and UI. The second week we'll try to take care of testing and taking feedback from players. In the third week, we'll take care of polishing. This is our progress till now, so if you have any questions, we will be glad to answer them. Thank you.